So is Karman Holdings a rocket ship stock, or is it just flying way too close to the sun?
That's what everyone wants to know. Does its sky-high price actually match its future potential?
Yeah, this isn't some old-school defense company. Karman is all about cutting-edge missile and space tech.
Okay, let's start with the bull case. Why are some investors convinced this thing's a future monopoly?
Well, for one, look at this. Quarterly sales growth is soaring past 43%. That's huge.
And check this out. Analysts are forecasting a wild 117% EPS growth in the next 5 years.
Plus, they've got a funded backlog over $750 million. That gives them a ton of visibility.
So the argument is simple. Karman has a near monopoly on tech that's critical to national security.
All right, but now for the other side, the bears. They say this stock's price is totally detached from reality.
And their biggest red flag? Its PE ratio is sitting at a mind-boggling 800. Now, to put that in perspective, Karman is trading at almost 19 times the industry average.
You know, a price that high demands flawless execution, especially for a young company that recently missed estimates.
Then there's the PEG ratio. Generally, anything over 1 is seen as a premium.
Well, Karman's PEG is almost 7. That suggests investors are paying an extreme premium for growth.
Okay, moving on to the financials. And this is where things get complicated. Two very different stories here. So the bulls see a ton of cash to fuel growth, but the bears, they're worried about high debt.
And this really shows the margin problem. That huge gap between gross and net, it screams overhead issues.
So here's the real dilemma for investors, right? A strong market position, but also a ton of risk.
Get this, about 87% of its revenue comes from single-source government contracts, a real double-edged sword.
So is that a powerful defensive moat, or just a huge risk hanging on one type of customer?
So here's how it all stacks up. You've got the bull case versus the bear case, side by side.
Which brings us back to the ultimate question. Can Karman actually grow fast enough to justify this price tag?